Welcome back to this week's episode. This episode is only really about one thing, and one very important thing that we have all been waiting for. We're going to talk about trademarks, why you need them, how you get them, what the process is, and the very, very, very important update on our trademark. Oh my God, have we heard any news? I opened my inbox. Immediately, what is the news? Just died filming YouTube. Fantastic. Very, very, very. However, before that, we have a very interesting little interlude, which I just thought was a very interesting fact about when you're flying on planes in Italy. And obviously, everybody appreciates this man, so we're going to include him in this video because everyone likes his fact. Why do you look sad? Oh, right, well, you looking quite sad. Anyways, very interesting and random fact about flying on a flight in Italy. Why do we have no 13? 12? 14?
Because basically it's unlucky. We avoid putting 13 on the flight to not upset any people. For example, if you have lunch with your family and there is 13 of you, they will put 14 seats at the table because you have 13 instead of one.
Alright guys, we are back and we are in a car, and I swear we're not always in a car because we do venture outside of the car. For the last few episodes we've been in a car, but we're not actually in Puglia anymore, we're now in Rome, and Donnie and I intentionally coordinate our outfits. So when we wake up in the morning, we look at each other and say, what colour are you feeling today? And we picked cream or camel, whatever you, camel. And I will share that very, very important update at the end of this episode. But this episode is really going to be about why you need to get protection and why you need to wear a trademark. Wear protection, wear a trademark. Trademarks, when creating a brand, are crucial to protect your IP and everything that you are about as a brand. Trademarks are a little bit like insurance. You never really like getting them because you kind of don't really see the value in them, but you are very grateful that you did get them when something shit happens. So a trademark is really just there to ensure that your brand is protected. You can have two types of trademarks. You can have a trademark for a word, or you can have a trademark for a logo, and they are both very important. But a trademark lawyer, which is who we use to obtain our trademark, had recommended that you go with a trademark word because a trademark word typically is stronger than a logo. A logo trademark almost like reinforces a word trademark if you had a word trademark and then you lay it on a logo, which you potentially might do. Trademarks are very important, they protect you, and if you really believe in, if you really believe, but also just generally, if you really believe in what you are creating and what you are doing, of course you want to protect that, because a trademark essentially says to anybody else that no, you cannot come along, take our name and use it for your own gain. And our brand name is a really broad word. So you can't trademark words. You can't trademark a singular word. General terms. Donnie is not my trademark lawyer, but today he kind of looks like he could be one. That meant that we then pivoted slightly with our actual overall brand name, because the brand name that we originally had, whilst it was strong, from an SEO perspective, it would have been very challenging to sort of like gain SEO value online in a digital space with the words that we had. So it's much more of a brand term now, and that is why we wanted to trademark it. We actually applied for the trademark before Christmas. I have previously spoken about this in another video. I will link it, as you know, never know where I'm going to link it. I'm going to link it to here, I don't know. But I have spoken about this before and the actual application of it all. But we applied for it back in December. The whole process takes roughly about 3 months. One thing our trademark lawyers did not tell us, which we kind of wish they had, and is an important thing to note, is when you're applying for a trademark, you will get given a date. So that date was a few weeks ago, and that date was, once you reach this date, you will basically hear whether your trademark has been successfully confirmed. Now, that isn't actually the case, because the IP office, don't know the official term, but the IP office or whatever, who actually receives any contest to your trademark, because that 3-month period is essentially when people can see your trademark on the trademark application portal and decide, no, that's maybe a little bit too similar to our mark, so we're going to basically go back and contest it and tell you that you can't actually trademark that term. So those 3 months are a little bit testy, because obviously you just never really know when you're going to hear. However, they do tell you that the trademark, the likelihood is that if you are someone who is contesting a trademark, you are most likely going to wait until the very end of that 3-month period, because obviously all that then does is like delay the development of somebody else's brand by dragging it out to the very last point. So anyway, we had this date in our mind. It was, I think, if I remember rightly, maybe the 10th of March. What date are we on now? 27th of March. And we reached out to our trademark lawyer on the 10th of March, and we were like, oh my God, have we heard any news? Have we got the trademark? We must know, because he gave us this date. No. We actually have to wait a few more weeks after that, because the IP portal, who take all of the contests and everything else and hear from people who might want to go against it, they can sometimes be a little bit slow. Fantastic. So we actually only found out the news this week. What is the news, you may be asking? So the news we received was actually, we were in the airport, Donnie and I were leaving from Bari to Rome, because we're in Rome now to see his madre and his, is that official? No, but I don't know if that's the official grandpa term, but anyway, no. I opened my inbox and I found the email. I read the first 3 words. I didn't read the rest of the email. I immediately jumped on the phone to Jolie. It was a Monday morning. She was at home working, and I said, have you read the email? And then I started to panic, because I was slightly like, well, do we actually know that the news was? It sounded good, but then didn't really know if it was. Anyway, we have literally just found out that we have got our trademark as I am boarding the flight to Rome. I am so relieved. Best news ever for a Monday. Very exciting. We got the trademark. This is massive for us, because obviously if this did not happen and someone had argued against it, then we potentially would have had to reinvent the entire brand. Everybody we have told the name to, everyone loves the name. I'm going to save that for another video, but everybody loves the name. So if we had to reinvent the name, we were going to be very sad, and it would have been a lot of work, and in terms of our timelines, it just really would have buggered us. So very good news, isn't it? So yes, very good news. So fun times. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, then you know what to do.
Like, subscribe, comment, and share.
Thank you so much. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. Who knows, by the time we release this, I might already be at 100 subscribers. Love you all. See you soon. Arrivederci from Rome. Ta-ra. Ciao. Whoa. Sorry. Whoa, almost died filming YouTube.